Hi, resident builder Peter Wolfkamp, and today I'm on site to set up this Bailey Slim Jim tank. It's part of an extended range of the Slimline tanks. This one is 2,000 litres, and the intention is that I want to set up a little garden out here as well. I want to do some rainwater harvesting, and that's what I'm going to use the tank for. So let me walk you through the process of setting up your own water tank. Choosing the location for your water tank is actually quite important, and in this instance here, I'm taking advantage of the fact that my downpipe connection is right behind me. It's going to go against this fence here, and so my first job has been to prepare a solid base for the tank to sit on. What I've done here is I've cleaned out the soil in the old garden that was here, boxed up a platform which is just slightly bigger than the size of the tank, and then I've filled that with gap 20 metal, which I've compacted down. So this is going to give me a good solid base for the tank, bearing in mind that it is 2,000 litres. Now that I've prepared my base, I'm going to make some adjustments to the existing stormwater, because obviously I'm going to divert it so it flows into the tank, but it's really important to maintain the overflow as well. So I'll disconnect here and make a cut on the pipe. I am working to a plan. I'm thinking about where I want my inlet to be, where my overflow is going to be. So from the roof, I've got my spouting, I'm going to come down, I'm going to add a leaf slide, and then I'm going to make a penetration into the tank for my inlet. The overflow is going to be neatly below there, but because I want to ensure that I get the maximum capacity out of the water in the tank, I'll add this elbow and bring that level up so that I've got as much water stored as possible. I've marked out my inlet and then my overflow, and to ensure that I've got a watertight seal, I'm going to use these Wallace seals. And then the 80mm downpipe for both the overflow and the inlet can go in. So that's going to give me a watertight seal for both my overflow and my inlet. So now I'm ready to put the tank in position. So next job is to get the tank into place. Well, if you can, get a mate to help, but you can actually do them on your own. So part of setting up the Bailey Slim Jim tank is to also install the outlet. So from the factory, they all come with a fitting that allows you to tap in with a 25mm thread. So I want my outlet to actually come this way. So I've picked up a couple of sort of double-ended threads and an elbow, and I'm going to go for a nice big simple lever to act as my tap as well. First thing I did once we had the tank in place is worked on my overflow. So connecting it to the existing stormwater so that when the tank does fill up, it just runs back into the stormwater system. Next part of the process is to hook up this leaf shield. So just making sure that, water that comes down off the roof, inevitably there'll be some leaves, hits this, and in fact it hits here. Leaves fall out, debris falls out, the water runs through and into the tank. Well, I've just about wrapped up the install of this tank. So this is the Bailey Slim Jim tank. This is the 2,000 litre in light grey. I've got my base and I've got that tank sitting securely on the base. Through the existing fitting, I've added a number of connections so that I can plug a hose right into there. And at this end here, I've diverted the existing downpipes through a leaf screen into the top of the tank. I've got my overflow running out and connecting back into the stormwater so that when the tank is full, just runs straight back into the stormwater. That's job done for me. If you want to know more about this tank or any of the tanks in the Bailey range, go to tanks.co.nz.